All right. Week two ZQL match. Seat one Anush, seat three. Seat two Sushant, seat three Sanat, and seat four John. Okay. Usual set of rules. We'll begin. Anush. Between 1485 and 1560, houses in Britain were characterized by thatched roofs and exposed timber frames with very little embellishment. What style is this? Named after the royal house that reigned in the period covering these years and extending up to 1603, ending with the reign of Queen Elizabeth I.
Tudor.
That's correct. The Tudors. Next, direct annoyed with the haphazard way constellations were drawn in astronomy books, H.A. Ray, the author of Curious George, published a book redrawing constellations into shapes more like their names. Which zodiac constellation has Ray redrawn here? He highlights the pincers at the front, Antares near the eyes, and the sharply curving tail extending back.
Scorpio.
Yeah, the animal is also acceptable. Scorpion. We go to Sushant. The cover of the Illustrated History of Football, Hall of Fame by David Squires, pays tribute to some of the greatest to have ever played the game. This illustration depicts a bust of which footballer at the Madeira airport that went viral for how hilariously bad it was.
Yeah. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, that's the hilarious, probably the worst bust. Yeah, we have seven. Next, direct, the Greek prefix dia, meaning through or across, is seen in several scientific terms. What term that refers to a medical condition which can lead to loss of electrolytes and dehydration literally translates to flow through. The Greek root for flow is also seen in the name of a major European river.
Dialysis.
Sanat,
Pass.
John?
Diarrhea.
Yeah, diarrhea, flow, and whatnot. Yeah. Okay, Sanat. This 1994 film sees Harry Tasker struggling to manage his double life as a spy and family man. What is this oxymoronic title of the Arnold Schwarzenegger action classic?
True Lies.
Yeah, with Jamie Lee Curtis. Nice. Next, direct recent nail trends have names inspired from the world of food and drink. This elegant trend, based on delicate shades of beige, is named after what paste made from ground sesame seeds that is used in Arabic, Israeli, and Turkish cuisine?
Labne.
Not correct. Anush?
Hummus.
Not hummus. Sushant?
Pass.
We go to John.
Tahini.
Tahini is correct.
Nice.
And John, your turn. Jules Vaughn is a transgender girl who moves to East Highland High School and eventually finds herself in a turbulent relationship with Rue Bennett, the narrator of which teen drama series?
No idea. Euphoria.
Yeah, correct. Rue Bennett, played
Okay.
by Zenataya. Euphoria it is. Second, direct, hosted by Maeve McClenaghan. This journalism podcast has reporters explaining how they chase a lead, often hit a dead end, or receive a crucial blank blank. What is this podcast called? This term is also used to refer to information, typically from an anonymous source, that can get a reporter to start investigating into a story.
Tip.
Not a hot tip, Sushant.
Tip off.
Tip off is correct. Yes. Done. Okay, Anush. In cricket, what term is used for a graphic that uses lines to show the trajectories of the scoring balls hit by a batsman? The resulting diagram is visually reminiscent of the rotating component of a type of vehicle typically pulled by drought animals.
Wagon wheel.
Wagon wheel is correct. Second, direct, Wally Koval's posts of photos of real-life places that seem plucked from the world of Wes Anderson's films led to the print publication Accidentally Wes Anderson. This photo is a reminder of the funicular that once operated next to the 192 steps leading down to the port of which city by the Black Sea?
Odessa.
Yeah, the Odessa steps. Sushant. A salient, also known as a panhandle in North America, is an elongated protrusion of a geopolitical entity. Which salient, stretching eastward into Xinjiang in China, is named after a district in Afghanistan. It was created as a buffer zone between the Russian and British territories in the region. Hence,
Um, Kashmir.
not correct. Sanat?
Wakhan.
Yes, Wakhan corridor
Mm.
is correct. Sushant, next direct. Which zodiac constellation is illustrated here? He describes him as running with a river of stars flowing down onto the constellation Pisces Austrinus, perhaps to keep it alive.
Hades.
Aries is not correct. Sanat?
Aquarius.
Aquarius is correct, or the water bearer. Yes. Sanat, your turn. Between 1603 and 1714, houses in Britain were characterized by stone and brick framed double-story buildings. What style is this? Named after the ruling house, whose Catholic leanings opened the doors to European-inspired architecture. The house started with the reign of Robert II and included Mary, Queen of Scots, and its final monarch, Queen Anne.
Stuart.
Stuart is correct. Next, direct. What term used in chemistry for the process of separating particles in a liquid through a membrane on the basis of their size comes from the two Greek roots for set free across. In medicine, it names a treatment where impurities from the blood are set free after a particular organ's failure.
Dialysis.
This is dialysis. John. Raja Ravi Verma's artworks often depicted an Apsara as its subject. Which Apsara was sent by Indra to lure Vishwamitra and break his meditation? She succeeds in breaking his penance, and they together have a daughter, Shakuntala.
Pass.
Anush,
Pass.
Sushant. Can you say that again?
Mhm.
Not correct.
Can't hear
Sanat?
you.
No, that was
Menaka.
Menaka is correct. Yes. Okay. John, second direct. Which zodiac constellation is illustrated here? The large portion to the right, representing a bow, is drawn and aimed by the individual towards Scorpio.
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius is correct. Anush. Megan Thee Stallion is known for her elaborate anime cosplay. She's cosplaying as Mirko, from which manga turned anime series here. Set in a world where most of the human population has gained superpowers, it is centered around Izuku Midoriya attending the UA high school in an attempt to become more like his idol All Might.
My Hero Academia.
That's My Hero Academia. Second direct, what term comes to us from the Greek roots for across angle or from angle to angle? It is used to refer to lines that go across angles to split the shape. The root for angle is also seen in describing shapes based on the number of angles they have.
Diameter.
Not a diameter, Sushant.
Diagonal.
Yeah, you're not audible, Sushant.
Diagonal.
Yeah, now you are. Diagonal it is. Gone means angle there. Sushant, next direct. Introduced as Wade Adams, she quickly finds the confidence to perform as a trans woman, unique, For Carmel High Show Choir, Vocal Adrenaline in which teen comedy drama series?
D.
Glee is correct, yes. Second direct. All right. Rockabye Baby is a Spotify account that creates lullaby versions of famous songs, often incorporating visual elements associated with the band. I did this 1971 classic.
To heaven.
Stairway to Heaven is correct. You might want to say it a bit loudly, Sushant. I mean, you're not very much audible. Stairway to Heaven was correct. That was Zeppelin there. The video. Sanat, which salient province in the northeastern corner of Argentina is named after the Jesuit activity there beginning in the early 17th century. It is embraced by three big rivers and is also home to part of the Iguazu Falls.
Pass.
Quickly passing to Anush,
Pass.
John,
Pass.
and Sushant.
And pass. Take a non-comp.
Sure.
Yeah, I have a non as well.
Is this ecclesiastical or something?
Not
Ecclesiast.
correct.
Some missionary.
Yeah, missione would be the
Mm.
correct. Mission.
Oh, okay.
Missions it is. Yeah. Might be the least answered this week. Sanat, which zodiac constellation has Ray redrawn here? He explains that the back half of stars are dimmer because the animal is charging through water to meet Europa.
Taurus.
Taurus or the bull. John, various terms are used to refer to groups of penguins depending on their location or their activity. What term is used for groups that have got together to breed? It is also used for groups of insects like ant or termite.
Colony?
Colonies, correct? This 1996 film sees John Kruger, a US Marshal for WITSEC, who specializes in wiping out high-profile witnesses from public record. What is the title of this Schwarzenegger action classic?
Eraser?
Wiping out that. Yes, sir. Anush. Charlotte De Laurentiis reveals that she was assigned male at birth after being unmasked as A, the central anonymous figure in which teen drama series adapted from Sarah Shepard's novel series. Okay, 10 seconds. Answer.
Gossip Girl.
Not Gossip Girl. John.
Pass.
Sushant.
Um, pass.
Sanat.
Pass.
Again,
OC.
one. No, again, the very few answered. Pretty little. Yes. Anush, second direct. In 1835, scores of Ngoni people drowned while crossing the Zambezi River due to an unexpected solar eclipse. They believed it was caused by which ethnic group using magic in a bid to punish them. In 1879, this group defeated British forces at the Battle of Sandalwana following a solar eclipse.
The Shona.
Not the Shona. John.
Zulu?
Zulu. Fortunate there. Zulu it is. Sushant. Hosted by Nima Shirazi and Adam Johnson, this podcast is about the intersection of media, PR, and power. Its title comes from a form of tag added by contributors or editors of a certain knowledge community to indicate that a fact could be false or inaccurate. What is the podcast called?
Citation needed or citations needed.
Yes, citation needed is correct. Done. Next, direct. Which Apsara was sent by Indra following Menaka's unsuccessful attempt at disturbing Vishwamitra, only to be cursed to transform into a rock. Ravana is captivated by her beauty in the Uttarakhand of Ramayana.
Is this
Tense.
Amrapali?
Not correct. Anush,
Pass.
Sanat,
Pass.
John.
Pass.
This is
Is
Rambha.
this Mohim?
No, Rambha.
Ah.
Sanat set of two. In cricket, what term is used for the type of bar graph that shows the runs scored of each over, typically in a ODI? It is so called because the graph supposedly resembles the skyline of a particular borough.
Manhattan.
Manhattan is correct. What term is used for a group of penguin that is not as crowded as a colony, but more than just a few? This term, familiar in a sporting context, is also used when groups come together for war.
Huddle.
Want to admit this? And John. This illustration depicts the teeth of which footballer who gained notoriety for making use of them famously in a 2014 World Cup match between Uruguay and Italy.
Pass.
Okay, Anush.
Suarez.
Yes. Right. Second, direct. The nail art equivalent of the no makeup look. This soft beige look is named for what common dairy replacement made from a cereal grain of the grass family?
Oat milk.
Oat milk is correct. And we are halfway through. Anush. Hosted by Aaron Lamar, Max Linsky, and Evan Ratcliffe, this podcast features interviews with writers, journalists, and filmmakers about how they do their work in a free flowing, elaborate manner. What is the podcast called? It is named after a branch of journalism with narrative style articles that are between 1,000 to 20,000 words. Tense. Answer.
Have nothing. Novella.
Not correct. Sushant,
Pass.
Sanat,
I'm not sure. Non-com.
John.
Long form.
Long form is correct. Yes. Long form.
Should have gone for it.
Anush, second direct. Which salient is the only town on the Bosnian Herzegovina coastline, making it the country's only access to the Adriatic Sea. It was created in 1699 as a buffer against Venetian invasions, and its name is one letter different from that of a planned city in Saudi Arabia. Five seconds. Answer.
Pass. Can't think of anything.
Sushant,
Pass.
Sanat,
Pass.
John.
Pass. It's like Noam or Noom or one of those, right?
Yeah, you are there, but this is Ni'am.
Ni'am.
Saudi Arabia is Ni'om. Sushant, we go to you. Megan Thee Stallion is cosplaying as a Gojo, from which manga turned anime series here. It follows the adventures of Yuji Itadori as he joins the secret organization of blind sorcerers to eliminate a powerful curse named Ryomen Sukuna.
Ronin.
Not correct. Anush,
Pass.
Sanat,
Pass.
John.
Demon Slayer.
No, not
No?
Demon Slayer. This is Jujutsu Kaisen.
Ah, it's the other one.
Kaisen. Second direct, in cricket, what term is used for a diagram showing where a number of balls, usually from a particular bowler, have passed the batter? It is so named because the swarm of balls resemble a waxy structure from the natural world, one that also lends its name to a hairstyle.
Beehive.
Correct. Behind it is Sanat. This photo from Accidentally Wes Anderson captures the aerial tramway connecting Avenida Miramar to Torres San Sebastián in which European city? The line is in Port Bell, an area developed ahead of a 1992 event.
Barcelona.
Correct. This. And next direct, solar eclipses were seen as a broken sun, a sign of possible cataclysmic destruction by people of which civilization who kept accounts of astronomical observation in codices. The Dresden Codex provides evidence they could accurately predict solar eclipses since as early as the 11th century.
Mayans.
Yeah, 2 John, what term derives from the Greek to spread across or to disperse through? Now used largely in a geopolitical context to refer to populations scattered across regions, the root for spread is also seen in a reproductive strategy of fungi.
On quad. Diaspora.
Diaspora, it is, yeah. In cricket, what term is used for line graphs that typically display the runs scored by both teams over the course of a match? Its name stems from the wriggling line's resemblance to a common class of invertebrates.
Worm.
Yes, worm is correct. Anush, this illustration depicts a distinguishing physical feature of which player, best known for an infamous moment from the '94 World Cup? Tells
Roberto Baggio.
that is correct. The guy missed the penalty. Next, direct. Identify this 1975, please.
Can you play it again?
Sure.
Pause it. As in, I can't think.
All right, 5, 4, 3. Answer? Have to move on. Sorry.
Pass.
Sushant.
Yeah, pass.
Is this my turn, right?
Sure.
Wish you were here.
Yes, Pink Floyd. Sure. Here.
Hmm.
Sushant. This trend of painting nails with a light brown lacquer finish is named after what black tea-based beverage, whose two-word name includes a South Asian beverage and the Italian word for milk?
Kombucha.
Not correct. Anush?
Chai latte.
That's correct. Right. China it is. Two-word name. Sushant, next direct. This 1987 film says Captain Ben Richards forced to participate in the titular game show, which features criminals fighting for their lives by fleeing mercenaries to earn a government pardon. What is the title of this Schwarzenegger action classic?
Escape from nowhere.
Correct, Sanat?
Pass.
Anush,
Pass.
Running Man.
yes, based on Stephen King's novel. Very well. Sanat, your turn. Which Apsara is believed to have been born from the thighs of the sage Narayan, the mother of the sages Vashisht and Agastya? She was married to the king Pururavas, whom she later abandoned.
Devyani,
Not correct. Anush,
Pass.
Sushant,
Pass.
John.
I'm glad this is hard for you guys to pass.
All right. So born from the thighs, so Urvashi.
Chunk.
Sanat next correct. Hosted by Adrian Goldberg, this podcast, Blank Times, by the namesake British newspaper, describes itself as to dig down and investigate pressing social issues. Fill in the blanks to form the title of this podcast, a term used for the string of text in a paper, identifying a journalist as the author of an article or story.
source,
Not correct. Anush,
Pass.
Shan.
Credit.
Not correct. John.
Byline.
Byline is correct.
Hmm.
Byline. And John, your two. This photo from Accidentally Wes Anderson shows a cable car ascending over the Rhine River in which city? It is often taken by tourists who want to have an unobscured view of the country's most visited religious land.
Cologne.
Yes, I can see the cathedral. Which salient protruding from the northeastern corner of Namibia is named after the German chancellor who negotiated its purchase in 1890. It was acquired as a route to Africa's east coast, but the plan failed as the Germans did not foresee the presence of the Victoria.
Bismarck.
Dr. Anush,
Pass.
Sanat.
this is the Caprivi strip.
That's correct.
Mm.
Caprivis. Done. And penultimate round, Anush. This nail look combines a light nude tone with a pearlescent sheer top layer that resembles the sugar coating on what leavened fried pastry than one might buy from Krispy Kreme. Hence, answer,
Donut.
prompt, two-word name.
Um, Sugary donut.
Sanat,
Pass. I only have half of it.
Sushant,
Pass.
John,
Glazed donut.
names.
Couldn't get
Correct.
close.
Anush, next direct. This 1985 film sees John Matrix, a titular special operations soldier, take revenge against his former superior officer for kidnapping his daughter. What is the title of this? Schwarzenegger action classic.
Commando.
Correct. Sushant, between 1714 and 1830, houses in Britain were characterized by an obsession with symmetry and proportion, drawing from classical Greek and Roman buildings that were unearthed at the time. What style, named after the first four British monarchs of the House of Hanover, who ruled during the period, is this?
George as in Georgian.
What term is used for groups of swimming penguins? It presumably stems from their resemblance to a type of flat, buoyant structure of timber or other materials fastened together.
Raft.
That's correct. Two. Sanat. Luna La is a transgender trendsetter who serves as a stylist for Julian Calloway, the Queen Bee of Constance Billard in the Upper East Side of NYC, in which teen drama reboot series?
Pass.
Quickly passing to Anush.
Gossip Girl.
Yes, this is Gossip Girl. It's got rebooted. All right. I did this 1968 plus.
Hey, Jude.
Correct? Yes. All right, John. Megan Thee Stallion is cosplaying as Jolene Cujo, from which manga turned anime series here. The series is divided into a total of 9 story arcs, each following a new protagonist, bearing the same titular nickname as they battle supernatural forces in different time points.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
That's correct. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The Unikaktuat, of which group of culturally similar indigenous peoples, features the sun goddess Melina, who is chased across the sky by her brother, the moon god Galuk. They believe that a solar eclipse occurs every time he catches up with her.
Inuit.
Yeah, Inuits. Last round, Anush. Which Apsara was created by the divine architect Vishwakarma at the Brahma's request by
Pass.
taking the best quality of everything. She brings about the mutual destruction of Asura, Sunda, and Asunda. Pass to Sanat.
Mohini.
It's not any. Sushant.
Pali.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Pali.
Not correct. John.
Pass.
All right.
this is Tilottama.
Tilottama is correct.
Jumped at it.
All right. Anush, last correct. What term is used for groups of penguins based on their appearance of donning a form of attire traditionally worn at formal social events? It is also used to refer to a type of bicolored cap.
Tuxedo.
Yes, that's good. Sushant, when a solar eclipse begins, the elders of which Native American people instruct their community to go inside the hogan to ensure they don't look up at the sun. Their nation in the southwestern US is the largest land area held by a Native American tribe.
Apaches.
Not Apache, Anush,
Cherokee.
Sanat,
Mojave.
and John.
I'll pass.
So one was left over, Navajo, the fourth topics. Navajo, Sushant, your last direct. This photo from Accidentally Wes Anderson offers a glimpse of a car on the Ascensor da Bica, one of the 3 funiculares in which European capital city. This line from Rua de Sao Paulo to Calcada do Combro is popular with tourists looking for the perfect Insta shot.
Lisbon.
Lisbon is correct. It is. Sanat, last 2. Megan Thee Stallion is cosplaying as a titular character of which manga turned anime series here. It follows Usagi Tsukino, who befriends Luna, a talking black cat, who gives her a magical brooch, enabling her to transform into a guardian destined to save the Earth.
Pass.
Passing to Anush.
Sailor Moon.
Correct. Sailor Moon. Last direct Sanat. This illustration depicts the boot of which footballer floating in orange formaldehyde in reference to his country. He was a proponent of the total football tactic.
Cruyff.
Cruyff is correct. You have Cruyff. Last 2, John. I did this 1981 class.
I'll pass.
Anush,
Under pressure.
Yes,
Mm.
Queen and David Bowie. Correct. Last correct. In the late 19th and the early 20th centuries, houses in Britain focused on craftsmanship and were characterized by pebble dash, hanging tiles, and white painted timber balconies with intricate art. What style that shares its name with the era which saw the namesake ruler taking over from Queen Victoria?
Edwardian?
Correct. End of the game. 13, 11, 14, and 18. Good game, everyone.
Good
Well
game,
played.
everyone.
Game.